Hi guys, this video is brought to you by outtalk.co.uk for your post, pre-match and Sheffield Wednesday discussions with fellow Wednesdayites.
Hi guys, and welcome to this video. This is going to be a review of our season, and let's be fair, it wasn't the greatest of seasons in terms of where we ended up, but if you had looked at this previously and where we were, you would have taken this in a heartbeat, because at one point it looked like we could have been going out the championship with how we were conceding goals, we weren't doing very well at scoring goals, and our injuries were just racking up and up. So we start the season with Josh Lukai coming in. We don't really sign any permanent play because we can't. We get in Hector, which is a big bonus, and we get Josh Onoma in as well. And you're thinking, right, let's see what happens, and hopefully we can do something with our squad. Now, Josh had this whole situation of doing a blend of experience and youth. Now, the big problem with that was that he made some glaring errors, i.e. the big one was leaving likes of Westwood out and Hutchinson, who he's obviously had a disagreement with, and for us it didn't go very well. It really didn't go well at all because we weren't keeping clean sheets. And that was our biggest problem. We weren't keeping clean sheets. We were looking okay up until the Bristol City game. We were in 6th place over that international break, and thinking we could go on and get on a right run here. Let's see if we can push up into those places. But the problem was that the cracks were already starting to show. We were already starting to show that we were poor at the back. We weren't scoring from inside the box. We were having it where we were just doing the goal of the season, which we did have a number of them contenders this year. We had a lot of goal of the seasons that we could have had in our locker, and it was an interesting thing when they put the compilation together of this, and it was interesting. But at the same time, we had the situation, we weren't scoring enough, but we were having Adam Reach bail us out of some situation, but then we weren't playing well against teams that we really should be playing well. After that Bristol City game, we lost to Middlesbrough, QPR, Birmingham, Norwich, and got a draw against United. But then our only win from that was against Bolton, and that was a 1-0 win in November. So things started to just not go right for us at all. We were really, really, really struggling to get these performances going, and it's then when everything started to get a little bit better, we started to have a little bit of joy in terms of how we were playing and how we were starting to get going. But it's like we got a 2-2 draw with Rotherham, which was fantastic, but it wasn't until Steve Bruce came in and his team came in really, and we started to improve a lot. Now, the situation when Steve Bruce came in was that Lee Bullen had done a great job in just steadying the ship a bit. He brought back Westwood, which was the right decision. He brought back Hutchinson, and we started to see the players who we've been calling for to be back in the team come back in. Now, we don't know if any of it at the time was to do with contract. By the sounds of it, it wasn't. It just sounds like the manager had no faith in them and completely disregarded them. And it was one of those situations where we just needed someone at the back with better communication. Wild Smith is a good shot stopper, but he's not very good at communicating with his back foot, and that's what he lacks, and that's what he needs to go out and improve on. It's why I keep saying we need to bring in another experienced goalkeeper in, as well as Westwood, because he needs to go on loan and learn that communication side. Have a League 1, League 2 back four to command and do it that way. But we started to play better and start to get these results that we were needing come in January time. It was starting to look a lot better. Then Steve Bruce eventually came in. The whole situation with Steve Bruce was that we had agreed for him to come in, but he was coming in after he'd taken a break with his family to go watch the cricket with his father-in-law and his wife. It's something he promised his own parents that he would do. He would go enjoy life and basically get that rest that he needed. And it was also a thank you for his missus and everyone else for helping look after his parents while he was at Villa. But we come back in and everything starts to click then. He gets some deals done in the transfer market, which really helped with Lazar, Aarons, and getting Iorfa in. Iorfa was a fantastic piece of business for 200k, and it makes you wonder in the transfer window that's coming up now, what kind of players he's going to get in, who's he already looking at, what's the kind of budget he's going to pay for these players, which is fantastic when you think about it. So we go on a nice little run of doing okay. We get a win against Ipswich. We could have done with the win against Reading to get us into the playoff positions a bit better, and Millwall, and probably the Rotherham game. Ironically, I said Reading, Millwall, Rotherham were games that we were going to win, and we didn't. So my bad. But then we beat Swansea 3-0 at 3-1, and we beat Brentford 2-0. And we started to look like we could go on this march and actually get into this playoff position. But it was too many games too late for us when it came to it. We just had our push at the wrong point of where we needed it to be. There's certain games where if we had kept onto it, we would have done all right. So if we've got something against Derby, if we've got something at Stoke, if we actually held on to that draw against Villa, got something against Leeds and holding on to that win against Norwich, we might have had a better chance of getting into the playoffs than where we were. And one of the things that has improved though with Wednesday as of late is how we responded to some of these times where we've had problems and stuff. The second to last game, the Preston game, we were 3-0 down at half time, looked like we were all but out of it, and we came back to get 3-3, and that shows you the belief and kind of rollicking Steve Bruce can give a team to go do what he wants them to do. It was a shame we didn't win our last game of the season against QPR, but that is football. Now, we have let a load of players go. I think we let 6 go and then another 7 who were youth team players who had pro contracts. So we are clearing the books. Lee, Palmer and Westwood have all been offered contract. Hopefully Westwood will get that one signed as well, because there are talks of Huddersfield sniffing around. So if we can get this done and dusted and then start getting some of the transfer targets that we're looking at sorted. There's a German defender called Julian Bonner, I think it is. We are looking at him at the moment. Apparently we put an offer to him. He's out of contract at the end of the season, so let's see. With his current club, he completely free transfer if he came in. Now, this is a player who only a couple of seasons ago, 2017 season, Daniel Farker at Norwich was looking at him. So that kind of tells you what we're looking at if this goes through. This is the kind of player he's going to go after. And it is a player we need to go and get. And it's one of those things, if we can get this player, it'll be fantastic. It'll just be another good player to have at the back. Now, people are saying, have already started saying that this is going to be instead of Hector. I think they could be as well as Hector, but we have to see what happens. But if we can do this and get it over the line, that would be fantastic. But it's been, like I said, it's been an up and down season again, like last season, where we had it where Carlos left, Josh came in, steadied the ship, everything was looking rosy, and then it all went downhill again. Let's hope we can go on and push on for this next season. No idea what's going to be happening with the financial fair play situation, with the account situation. I'm not too sure what's going on with the account situation because we've not actually had any news as if they've been put in or not, which is a bit worrying. But if we can get some decent, he said he wants 5 or 6 players in, and I believe he will get those players in that he wants. And it looks like he got full control of this. It looks like we aren't using any of this old situation that was there beforehand. It sounds like if there's a player that Steve Bruce wants and we can make the deal happen, he will go get him. He has said he wants to go try and get Hector if he can, and that's going to be involving a transfer fee, which could be a difficult situation for the likes of Chelsea with all that they're going through. But at the same time, I still think he'll be able to get that one through anyway. So let's see if we can get some good players in, the players that we need. And at the end of the day, it was an okay season considering where we were at Christmas, because being 12th place was a fantastic position for us to be in where we were at Christmas, but it's not where a club is what we expect to be, or those the fans expect to be, or the club itself expect to be. It should be higher up in the table, challenging for either playoffs or even top 2. So let's see what happens. It was a weird season once again, but let's push on and let's hopefully have a very good 2019-2020 season.
Don't forget to have your say at alto.co.uk after the match.